Hey guys, today we have our 2014 Chevy Silverado in here, and we're going to show you how to install our projector U-bar headlights. These ones are going to be black. Let's take a look at the lights and see what we got going on. Okay, so out of the box, these are our black on black, and all that is the inside is black, the trim is black. We also offer these with a chrome inside and a black trim and a chrome on chrome. So you have three options for depending on whatever style your vehicle that you're going for. So you'll see that we have a upper projector and a lower projector for high and low beams. And then we also have our U-bar styling. We have over here is your parking and turn signals. And then on the outside from the front visible, you can see mounting here, up here, and back here. On the back side, you can see what we have going on. So on this light, there's no extra wiring needed. Everything plugs right into here. This is the main harness that'll plug into your vehicle. This is where you access your parking and turn signals just by turning these and pulling them out. Same bulb size as stock. These are your adjusters for your high beam. This will go up and down. And then you have up and down here for your low beam and left and right here. So behind these, if you're going to change out your bulbs, now is really the best time. All you do is twist and turn this off. There's a rubber seal on here. So right here is the rubber seal. If you remove this, it's always a good idea to put some lithium grease on this gasket. So when you made it back to the housing, it seals it properly. To remove your bulb, you just push down on these here, on this keeper, swing it over the bulb, and you can pull it out. When replacing a bulb, you want to make sure that you don't touch the glass at all. Any dirt or grease or anything that gets on this will diminish the life of your bulb. So we'll just put that back in there. Again, this is really the best time to swap these bulbs out. Depending on which vehicle you have and the configuration, it can be quite difficult. Put this back on, you just line it back up. Helps if you go the right way. There is a notch down here, and just twist it. And that's all there is. So let's take a look at the tools that we'll need and then get started. The tools that we'll need is a 3/8 ratchet, a 3/8 extension, a 10mm socket, a panel popper, and a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, so in order to remove your stock headlight, what we're gonna need to remove first is gonna be the top cover, then the grille, and then this bottom trim. This bottom trim will actually come off before the grille, but these are the three components that we need to remove from the vehicle in order to gain access to remove the actual headlight. So let's go ahead and get started. So to remove this top panel, what we're gonna do is we take our panel popper and release these tabs. Just slide under the top one, pull it up, and then go underneath the bottom one and pull it out. Make sure that you don't lose these, as you do need them to reinstall this panel. There's a total of 12 of these, starting from here, going all the way across. Okay, so I've moved all the back ones. Across the front, you have 4 more. I already removed mine because mine are a tree style because I have an aftermarket grille. Yours will all be this push style across the whole top. So there's 12 of these. So now that all the push tabs are pulled out, we can go ahead and remove this. This just lifts right up. Set this off to the side so it doesn't get damaged. After we've removed the top, we need to remove this front bumper trim. This is held in right here by a single Phillips. And on most models, there's tucked up underneath, there's a 7mm bolt that you'll have to pull out in order to pull this off. On this one, we've had it apart so many times that all I have is this edge bolt in and it'll come right off. So if you're still the stock height, what you'll need to do to gain access to this bolt the easiest way, if you don't have a short screwdriver, is going to be to turn the wheels in towards the engine compartment on either side. Now you do have to take these out on both sides in order to remove this whole thing. So let's use our Phillips. We can go ahead and pull this one out. I'll pull the other one out and then we'll go ahead and remove this. Okay, so now we're ready to remove this bumper trim. And all we have to do that is grab right behind this lip and pull straight out. There are push tabs along here, so it can be a little difficult. Again, we've had this part so many times that these ones are a little worn out, but they come off pretty easy. So once you've done that, again, you'll have push tabs along here. With stock bumpers, a lot of times what you'll have to do is, if this has never been removed, let me pull this off and show you. We have these push tabs right here, all along this edge. And as you can see, there's holes in them. On the stock bumper, there is a tab that locks into this to keep it there. Obviously, I have an aftermarket grille, so that's not there. So you can actually access that from going underneath the bumper and pushing these down, and that'll release these tabs so you can pull it all the way out. So I'll set this off to the side and we can remove the grille and then remove the headlights. Okay, now we're ready to remove the grille. Again, I have an aftermarket grille, so these still use the stock bolts. We have 4 10mm bolts across the top, here, 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 and here. There are also 4 bolts along the bottom. So you have one here, one here, one here, and one on the outer edge over here. So once those are removed, we can remove the grille. Okay, so now that we have all of the bolts out of the top and bottom of the grille, we can just slide this off and set this off to the side. Now we can actually take out our headlights. Okay, so now that we have the top panel, the grille, and the bumper trim off, we can actually take out our headlights. There are 4 10mm bolts holding this in. One is here, and you have 2 up here. One here, and one right here off to the side. Once we remove these, the headlight will come out then. Okay, so to remove the headlight after you've got all the bolts out, all you have to do is pull up on this tab here. You just gotta slip your hand under there until it frees. You can see that it's free, and pull directly out. Back here, you'll see that you have one harness. You push on this tab here, pull out. That's all there is. Okay, so to install your new light, again, all we have to do is make this one connection. So we've provided the socket. All you do, push it in, it'll make a small click, and you know it's connected. This just gets fed back in here, and we can mount the light. All right, so just go ahead and line this up. You wanna make sure you get the edges and all this stuff lined up. Make sure everything seats in. I like to take one bolt, put it right here. Always hand thread all your bolts. That way you don't cross thread them or anything. When you're tightening this up, you want to check your gap along here. There is a rubber seal on the light, so that should be right in between the trim and the fender, all the way around here. Okay, so now that we have our light mounted, I will tell you from personal experience, now is the best time to adjust your headlights. There's limited space back here, so you can try and put everything back together and use your Phillips screwdriver and get back there. You need a fairly, if you just mount everything back on the vehicle and then try to adjust these, you'll need a fairly long screwdriver. I like to be able to pull them on and off so I can adjust them. It takes a couple times, but it's a lot easier to adjust if you just leave this unassembled for now. So, you know, we're talking like 10 more minutes. You know, just make sure that your vehicle is faced to a wall or you marked off where your stock beams were, so you can readjust back to where it was and you'll be good to go. So let's, I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together, and then we'll check out the lights on what they look like. Okay, as you can see, it's all back together, and let's check out the functions of the lights, see what they look like. And if you have any questions, if I didn't cover anything, please comment below and I'll get to you as soon as we can.